Hello everyone, this is Mumbo, and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 125, and I have just joined the server to see that Iskall has already started blasting me. I literally joined just a couple seconds ago. I feel like he might be a little bit upset. about the Grandpa Bumbo, whatever we're calling this thing, Oldie Bumbo. I think he might be a little bit upset about the diorite usage. I mean, I think this thing looks great. I think he's still going. I think this thing looks great. I'm really, really happy with this place. But yeah, I feel like maybe Iskall isn't the biggest fan. Look how many messages there is. Oh, I'll just respond with that. He's still going. He's writing a book over here. Iskall's kicking off. Oh, man. That's it. Iskall's done. No more messages from Iskall. I feel like I should mention before all of you start kicking off down in the comment section, on his comment section, and on his Twitter, we're all friends here on the Hermitcraft server. We just like to poke each other a little bit here and there. Just don't take any of this seriously, okay? That being said, the upshot of all of this is that Iskall is now going to be calling me Dumbo from this point forth, as opposed to Bumbo. I don't know which one's worse. Maybe this is an improvement. Anyway, aside from all of that Bumbo Cactoni stuff and Iskall being all upset and throwing a hissy fit, today what we're going to do to start things off is we're going to head over to Scar's place to check out this location to work out how on earth we're going to build his garage door that he's requested in the door store. Now, this is our first job that we've had from our shop, so it's something that I'm very excited about, but it's also made me realise I have no clue how much I'm going to be charging. Like, what do I charge? Any ideas? He's not meant to be there, is he? Very much not meant to be there. Should I just leave? The Hermitcraft server is confusing me a lot today. There are cats on top of my birthday cake. What is going on? Anyway, aside from all that strangeness, we are now at Scar's place, and this is the door that he wants building. Now, it's huge. I'm assuming he doesn't want the full-scale door to be done, but I think what I should be able to do is I might be able to drop out... I mean, how much am I going to be able to drop down here? Depends if I'm allowed to use slime blocks or not. If I'm allowed to use slime blocks, then it should be a decent amount, but even then it would only be this area in the center that would just drop down into the ground. I'll send him a message real quick. Oh, I've come up with an idea. What I could do is put a line of triple piston extenders underneath the floor. That will then push this entire door upwards by 3 blocks, so it'll pop up like that. If we could replace... This is gonna be tricky. People who don't do redstone don't ever leave much room for redstone. I think I might have come up with a system that could potentially work inside the parameters that Scar has given us. So, as you can see down at the bottom, we do have the triple piston extender. We're still rolling with that idea. Now, we have observers, which are going to be dealing with a lot of the extension and retraction, which is going to be quite interesting. But also, we have this top section right here, which is going to be for pushing the blocks across so that they don't destroy Scar's build. So, these pistons will power these observers or update these observers, which will cause these pistons to extend, pushing the blocks across, and then we'll have some pistons off over here, which will be accepting those blocks, and then when we want to go back down, we'll just push the blocks across and then push them down there. Okay, we need to rethink. And that is much better. And it fits in better with Scar's design as well. So these blocks are actually ice in Scar's design. That's fine. These are actually upside down stairs in Scar's design, which works well with these pistons. We can power these pistons as well. Everything's working independently. Right, let's get rid of the levers and actually start building this thing. What the heck just happened? Well, I've built it. Well, at least I've built the push-up sequence. So imagine this is the bottom of the door. If we flick this lever, look at the speed of that. So there we go. There goes the garage door. And boom. Garage open. Jeez. I'm proud of this, and it's not even that complicated, really. Very proud of this. This is sweet. It has taken me a very long time, don't get me wrong, but still. Oh, and just as everything was going so well, stuff like this begins to happen. I've had to change some of the timings to make the top section work, and it is making a meal of my redstone circuitry. Believe it or not, I've actually had to slow this thing down a little bit so that it works with the top section, but now everything works a little bit more stably. Did you see? This little pulse here, that one, is important because beforehand we didn't have that. It was just double pushing up, and that meant that this little piston couldn't keep up. Finally, after many hours of hard work and confusion and trying my best to get this thing to function, we are done. We have got ourselves a working garage door system that looks pretty good. If we flick this lever right here, you can see that all of the pistons are kicking into action, and that has opened up the garage. So we have got a 3-block high gap right there. That's where that door has opened, so it kind of like half opens up, and then those blocks are being stored away inside this piston area up at the top right here, which is tricky because obviously you then have to sync up this piston's pushing across with the pushing up of these pistons. That was the trouble that I was having. I actually built this thing too fast, so this little piston couldn't keep up and couldn't push them across in time and then get out the way for the next block. It was all getting stuck up. So now that's all fixed. And if we flick our lever here, you can see that this is the push down sequence, which is a lot less involved, but it just involves just a handful of piston movements and pushing down and things. But yeah, it works now. It looks pretty cool. It's a fairly nice piston door. It's relatively big. It involves a bunch of redstone resources. In fact, there are tons of repeaters in here. I hadn't even thought about the fact that I've got to build this thing in survival. There's loads of observers and everything. But outside of that, yeah, chuffed to bits with this thing. Hopefully Scar is going to like it as well. If not, then I'm going to set fire to him. I will literally set fire to him if he says that he doesn't like this. So it turns out I don't actually need quite as many resources as I feared. The totals are we need 26 sticky pistons, we need 53 pistons, 89 pieces of redstone dust, 1 redstone torch, 58 repeaters, and 22 reservers. Now that's not too bad. By the way, when I said reservers, I meant observers. My brain stopped working a little bit after building that redstone contraption. I'm pretty much all done now. I'm just off to gather up some wood to create all of the repeaters because we need loads of sticks. And I just thought I'd mention that I've been seeing down in the comment section a lot of people asking me when I'm next going to be working on the town. Soon. I haven't been over here for a little while because we've been working on other projects. But yeah, I am going to be back over here soon because there is still so much left to do. Like, I mean, look around. This is not a town. There's 2 houses and a lighthouse. I think at some point I'm going to have to do a 1-hour cobblestone mining session because the number of times I've gone down here and just destroyed this area in the past couple of weeks, it's got to be in double digits, surely. So I've just started clearing out space underneath Scar's place. And it's made me realise just how much work Scar has put into building this area, as the entire place is hovering above the ground. Holy mackerel. Oh! Scar, you can't just leave things like that lying around. Oh my word. As far as I can tell, I've got all of the pistons laid out, and I've also created this little platform right here, which is where we're going to be doing all of the redstone. So, this is what the bare minimum of the circuitry actually looks like. All of this is now connected up. Now what we have to do is we actually have to create the redstone wiring on all the different timing circuits, which activate these things at the correct time to create the crazy piston action that we want to happen through this area right here. Also, Scar, I'm sorry for taking out your road. I didn't realize that it was made of concrete powder, so it's all fallen down there. Also, I totally lied about all of the circuitry being in. I had completely forgotten about this side, which is on the road side. In fact, me pointing out that the road was missing made me realize that actually about half my redstone circuitry is missing as well. I think I might have finished the bottom area. I'm not 100% certain, but I mean, it's not the most complicated redstone circuitry actually once you start building it. Once you've worked out where all the pistons are going to go, and where all of the observers are going, where everything's going to be extending across, the actual timings aren't that bad. Now let's see if I have to eat my hat here. If we flick the lever... yeah, small amount of hat eating that has to go on, having just said that that was really simple and not working. I'm gonna have to take another look at this thing. I wonder what happened there. It all looks pretty good to me. Now that I've made a handful of changes to the repeated timings that are incorrect, hopefully this should look... oh! Third time lucky? I mean, come on, this has got to be the one. That's what I wanted to see. Brilliant! Okay, so this thing is now functioning. We've got the bottom section of the garage door done. Now let's do the top. And progress so far is looking pretty good. What we've got is, once again, all of the pistons laid out and all of the redstone lines which connect up those pistons. We don't have any of the timing circuits in place just yet. But as you can see, if I don't throw myself through the floor, when it comes to keeping this thing hidden, we've actually done a pretty good job. Look, from the outside, you would have no idea that there was a redstone contraption there. The only piece of external redstone is that redstone line, which runs across the top of these upside down stairs. Other than that, we've managed to fit in all of the pistons inside Scar's structure, that's pretty good going. I kind of wasn't expecting to be able to do that. I am not 100% certain that this thing is going to be working, but I'm going to test it out anyway. So we have to watch up at the top, and if we flick this lever here, I don't know if that was right or not. Right, let's see what it does here. Okay, that's good. That works. So the pushing up sequence is working fine. So it pushes down. I think that works. I think that works. Right, let's do it. Okay, we're not getting any younger. Let's just place in these blocks here. So we need that one, that one, that one, and that one. And let's see what exactly happens when we flick this. Okay, that's perfect. That's functioning. And if we do it again... oh, not quite. Not quite. The timings are just slightly off by the look of things. Now, the reason that I wasn't 100% certain that it was going to be working is because I've actually had to rewire the entire top section to work around this area, so it's got a little bit bigger and a little bit bulkier, but that means that you can't see it from the outside. I've changed it all around again, so if we flick this lever here, hopefully, fingers crossed... why? Yes, I think I've done it. I think I've done it. There we go. So there is the opening. And there is the closing. Done and dusted. Right, let's clean up this place because I've made a horrendous mess. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think Scar is going to be pretty happy with this thing. I mean, now that I've got most of the redstone out of the way, it's not particularly intrusive in this room. And if we head out here and flick this lever... that looks pretty good, doesn't it? That's awesome. That is so cool. Oh, I'm chuffed to bits with that. Absolutely chuffed to bits with that one. Honestly, couldn't be happier with it. That's my favourite, probably one of my favourite piston doors I've built. So thank you ever so much, Scar, for the challenge. I'm quickly going to write out all the signs and things, and then we'll work out our payment, which should actually be quite interesting. Dear Scar, I hope you like the garage door I have built for you. I'm pretty chuffed with how it turned out, and I hope it meets your expectations. If it doesn't, then I will set fire to you, as this thing took me ages. Now, on to payment, which you foolishly didn't discuss in your book. You have two options. Either pay me 9 million diamonds, this option is my favourite, or beat my time at my new assault course located at, well, we're going to build it. Good luck, Mumbo. So, Time to build the assault course that Scar has to complete and beat my time at for his payment for this door. Okay, where on earth are we going to build this thing? So I want to build it around about here. So first things first, what we have to do is I'm going to have to run around and I'm going to have to clear out just a little space ready for this assault course. I don't actually know how big I'm going to be making this thing. Probably nothing too serious. We're not going to build like a gigantic game here. I just want it to be a little bit of fun. There's a shulker box here that doesn't look like my shulker box. Should I be concerned? Iskal was logged in earlier. I want to quickly make sure that everything's okay in here. Yeah, we're fine. Anyway, back over at the assault course area now. I've cleared out the space and I've also placed a whole bunch of water down on the ground. So we now have a space in which the assault course is actually going to be. Now, in terms of assault course, what I thought we'd do is almost like just a simple kind of parkour. It's not going to be too complicated. Maybe we'll chuck in a handful of ladders here and there. But we're just going to have a bunch of platforms and he's going to have to jump between them and then make his way to the end. Well, that's that one built. That is everything built and constructed. I kind of just went straight through it. I was going to do some progress updates and things, but I thought it'd be a good idea to just get down to business and build the entire thing. And I mean, like, it's nothing. I was originally just going to do floating blocks, but I thought that would be a little bit cheap. And you know, Scar's the one that's playing this, right? And Scar is a seriously good builder. I feel like he would judge me quite heavily if I didn't at least have some form of structure in here. So we've got some cobblestone walls underneath, and we have a few different obstacles. Most of them are just jumps, but we do have a couple of ladders dotted around here and there. So I guess the first thing that I should do is kill off this guy who's charging in with a shovel. Gotta be wary of those guys. But I guess I should probably give it a go. Now, of course, this is going to be timed, and what I'm going to do is the first time that I'm successful, that's going to be the time that I'm taking. So I'm not going to try my best to do it as fast as possible because that would be a little bit unfair. But the first time that I do this successfully is the one that I'm actually going to take as my official time that we can then put on the sign for Scar. Okay, right, I'm going to get prepared, I'm going to stretch up, and then let's do this. So here goes. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, we've made the first jump. Made the second one. Oh, no. This place is also super dangerous. We should probably... You know what? No, I'm not going to light it up. Scar can just deal with this. Maybe I should place a bed. Maybe a bed would be a good idea. Yeah. Anyway, go. Okay. And shoot. That's that. Oh, yes. This is it. I'm onto a winner here. Right, okay, walk along these guys. Up. And over there. This is the one, I can feel it. Okay, I felt wrong. Things are going pretty well so far. Things are going pretty well. Across the... Wow, I was sort of sprinting. I've made it to this point. This one. That one. Up we go. Make that jump. There we go. Ah. No. Okay, this is the one. I'm taking this one seriously. Okay, there it is. Oh my word. I don't know how the parkour guys do it. Ah! Please. Just make the jump. Okay, that's it. That's that. There we go. We got this. Jump onto the ladders. Right, this is the other one that messes me up. Whoa, yes. There it is. Come on, plain sailing from this point forth! You! Oh my word! I'm really starting to hate ladders. Okay, that's good. That's the one. Oh yeah. Here we go. This is a big old jump. Right, I'm gonna eat. That was so close. I actually just want to check that this jump is possible. Oh yeah, of course it is. Oh, as the sun begins to set, I feel like this is going to be the winning run. This is it. Here goes. So we're coming in. The sun is definitely setting. It's getting dark already. Okay, and... Oh yes, that's good. Very, very good. Very good. Oh. Nice. Nicely done. That one's difficult, but this one is just near on impossible. Yes! We did it! We did it! Oh, my word. That's probably the most difficult thing I've ever done. So, with that, time to beat is 45 seconds. There you go, Scar. That is your challenge. Right, I'm going to write down the coordinates on the sign back over by the piston door. So, -105 and -509 is the coordinates for the assault course. So, that should just about do it. We have got our fully functioning piston door. That's all done. We have got the assault course that we have built for Scar to complete as his payment for this piston door, and I've completed it myself and set a time of 45 seconds, which is hard, by the way. Scar, you don't necessarily have to beat my time, because I mean, you know, I'm a bit of a parkour god, I like to think. So 45 seconds could be quite tricky to beat. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode of Hermitcraft. It's been a really, really fun one to record. If you have, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Oh, and you know the drill. Standard filming channel stuff. Link will be on the end screen.